finally I took care of that. One thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna encircle Smolensk, so... yeah, sure. If I do that this way, they won't get any supply, and at least I'll be able to destroy them a bit easier. Even through the winter. I'll have these Italians go and set up defensive positions. I'm sure that they have some units here. I'm not having any illusions as to whether the Italians can actually damage them. But that was never the goal anyway. So... alright, let's just take a look down here first. So... I'll reinforce these. They're back at 6. I'll just keep lowering those entrenchments. As long as I can get my units back up to 10, I'm inclined to do that at least. Okay. I'll have to focus on Krasnodar, so I'll send my forces down there to start taking that. Now I know that they can go down there, but I think it's unlikely that they will succeed in such an endeavor. Take Morozovsk, pull you back. Really wanted to go in there, but that's again not going to happen. Still, things aren't too bad around here. Let's cross the river. Attack. Don't like taking so much damage. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. No. No, definitely not. It was a wild dream to think that I would be able to take Voronezh this way. But we almost succeeded, so it wasn't that bad. Alright, so we at least encircled Smolensk there, and that's pretty nice. I'll take a look at the partisan situation. So one could pop up there. Cannot send anything there yet, so I will have to endure it. Then down here we got one. We have units in all the other places except here, but I also can't place a unit there yet, so... What? Okay, let's send you here. I'll have to take care of that later. Did we take any cities this turn? I actually don't think so, except Morozovsk, I guess. And we did destroy a couple of units, but I'm actually doing a bit worse in Russia than I did during my playthrough in Strategic Command War in Europe, but nothing that I can't handle. Let's take care of these. Okay. Again, that will probably be a problem. Now that's a real problem, so now I have to rather evacuate these. I think as for this one, I guess it's not in the cards for me to hunt for enemy naval units. I'll just go back for now. There we are. That's fine. I can deal with it. Yeah, we still need to try and finish off this unit. They're doing quite poor, but I still cannot finish them off. Not this turn. Again, that's okay, I'll just wait. So, that takes care of the European continent, except for these. Let's set them to hunt. Just go up there. Chinese have been taken care of, or China has been taken care of. In Rangoon, things have also been taken care of. Then here, we're also fine. I think we're pretty much set up to go into the next turn after buying and researching everything that we want to research. Infantry weapons level 2 for the Italians, and for the Germans no research is possible, so they're going to buy a couple of units. I did go for an aircraft carrier last turn, and let's take a look what we can do. So for the Finns, not really that interested. Battleships also take quite long. I'm actually pretty interested in buying a... I think I can go at least for another tank. And besides that, I would be actually content with some rocket artillery. But I guess yeah, let's do that. Alright. And with that, I think I'm gonna ship the turn. We'll see what the enemy has in store for us. Chinese morale suffers from the loss of Xi'an. Burma surrenders as well. Great, these guys are cut off, at least for this turn. The Indian nationalist leader Subhas Chandra Bose is keen to form a Free India Legion to help liberate his country from British rule, and he has asked if he can recruit among the many Indians currently held in our prisoner of war camps. If we agree, it will cost us 15 MPPs to equip this formation and will provide us with a garrison unit. Would you like to authorize the formation of a Free India Legion? Notes. Germany recruited at least 2,000 Indian soldiers to serve in the Free India Legion, and they served mainly in France and the Low Countries. Saying yes to Subhas Chandra Bose's request to raise this legion is a cheap way of raising another garrison unit. Sure. There is a potential threat of amphibious invasion from the Western Allies along the northern coast of France. It is therefore recommended that we strengthen our defenses by constructing static coastal gun batteries near Brest, Le Havre and Calais. These batteries could prove crucial in repelling any invasion, as they are armed with formidable naval guns and will automatically attempt to engage enemy amphibious units that attempt to land. Their construction costs 150 MPPs at 50 MPPs a turn for 3 turns. Would you like to authorize the construction of these coastal batteries as part of our Atlantic Wall? Notes. Although expensive, the construction of these coastal gun batteries will significantly strengthen our defenses and could potentially delay the enemy's invasion preparations, so that's a good reason to say yes to this. Ensure that they are protected from air attacks and that mobile forces remain nearby to counterattack any enemy landings. Any units currently occupying the hexes where the coastal guns will be deployed will be moved out, and the coastal guns will deploy in the next turn. Units may temporarily disappear, but they'll be returned. Sure. The Royal Sovereign deploys for service. The Graf Zeppelin, there we are, yeah. Is commissioned for duty. Survivors from Xi'an reform their units in Urumqi. So Chinese get even more units. Get a home guard. And that's it for the events currently. The Japanese capture Corregidor. Bataan is completely occupied by the Japanese now. The Allied government signed the United Nations calling for complete victory over the Axis. Great. Great. So I think things are still going quite smoothly for us, and well, it seems like things are still looking up in Russia. We're still advancing. It's slowing down, but we've captured already so much territory that we're pretty good here. And even though we cannot take most of these regions before winter, we should still be in a reasonable position afterwards. Okay, so they're getting a bunch of tanks. It's fine. Shipping in more units towards Stalingrad. They're leaving. No, they're not leaving some of their entrenchments. Okay. Surprised they could still repair over in Tallinn, because I thought the idea was that they will get less supply because I have my naval units right next to that port. But maybe it doesn't work like this, I don't know. Guess they saw that. That's quite costly. I will have to think of something. Of that submarine is pretty tough to handle here. Those attacks were pretty tough. I mean, against the Italians, I can understand, but what? Oh, wow. Yeah, they repaired Voynich. That's unfortunate. Luckily, these guys are out of supply, like I said. That severely helps me. Just like that foolish attack at Sevastopol. Still looking to cut off these two forces. Okay, how they managed to do that is beyond me. So they went here, got into enemy contact, and they still were able to move back 2 hexes. That doesn't sound right to me. Alright, Coastal Command AHQ Iceland formed. And we're building some Atlantic wall defenses. Soviet winter strikes. That means that a couple of my units will receive damage. I believe that's random, or all of them. I have no clue. That will take a long time, I guess. I think all of my units receive a random amount of damage. Not entirely sure. There we are. Didn't take too long. Right, let's see what's up. And that's all fine. Alright, our intelligence reports attest that some generals in Argentina are planning a pro-Axis coup, and that if we were to provide them with some financial support, they would be far more likely to succeed. Agents report that securing the general support and ensuring their success will cost us 150 MPPs at 30 MPPs a turn for 5 turns. Would you like to support the pro-Axis generals in Argentina? Sure. Heavy tanks are now available for deployment. Okay, I guess not a whole lot happened there. That's fine. At any rate, let's send you back. I'll be hoping to destroy these 2 units now. Now that they're out of supply. Or they should be out of supply, mostly. Yeah, the air at 0. These guys are at 2, but they'll be destroyed soon. And they'll take Mandalay. Hopefully I can finish off these guys too, and then start moving into India. Well, I guess, yeah. That's probably good. How much is the damage this way? 2. Okay, I'd rather attack like this then. Oh, hello. And hopefully I can get them into port. No, but good enough. I'll take Kotabaru and I'll start focusing upon Singapore. Soon at least. Hopefully, yeah, if we take a look, actually the Japanese are doing exceptionally well. Let's get you out. Might not be able to save them. Great, destroying another enemy unit entirely. I'm trying to actually deal with it here, or to get them to survive, but that's pretty challenging. Can I get another 2 units out of China? Can I? I can't zoom in. Okay, but come on, great. That's another unit destroyed. Quite important to do all these repairs. I'll send you up so I can actually repair them probably on the next turn. That is the idea, at least. And of course I cannot bomb this turn because the situation doesn't allow me. Okay, I can't repair them, so might as well move up. You can't go anywhere. Probably better to move up here. Simply, it's the youth army? Simply because I think other units will be able to occupy this particular hex, but not any of the other hexes. And I will still attack. Get rid of that overstrength. Can't move in there. 1, 4, 2 is still reasonable for the Japanese anyhow. Or for me at least in China. Okay, great. Let's try to deal with the submarine a bit more. No luck on that second attack. Okay. Do 7 is probably still quite unnecessary. And I don't really want to risk my units actually getting found and then getting destroyed. So let's send you all the way down here. And I'll start going for some amphibious transports in order to start capturing Brunei and Kuching. And then I can take those oil fields. And also from there I can expand towards getting Java. And after that, New Guinea. There might not be any unit in here. I'm also very interested in taking Rabaul. I'm just unsure as to how many enemy ships are in the region, and I'm a bit worried, to be honest. Though, again, I need to start operating away from China. There's nothing for me there. And I'd rather start focusing on getting territory over here. So for example, Sorong is one of the first ports that I might gather or try to take, trying to go down. It's tough dealing with this because you can't really see what's going on. I also need to take Guam. So again, I also think that it will be good trying to use these amphibious transports in order to go there. And we'll see whether we can actually get there. We have plenty of naval units. Thought they would be in good supply. Yeah, we still need a lot more destroyers for the Japanese. But I don't have any MPP right now, simply because I am indeed gonna go and try to do more conquests. Potentially after Guam, Wake Island might be next. I'm a bit afraid of the American fleet. These forces will take their sweet time getting to other locations such as Nauru. And I'm willing to wait for the moment just to see what's out here. And of course, once we've taken Singapore, we have a much better shot going down here. What is this? Is this the Adu Atoll? But yeah, I just have to be a bit careful. I'm a bit hesitant to jump headlong into that battle. Before we do anything else, though, I feel that might actually... I definitely want to put this guy here to make sure we're not cut off, but if I can actually swing these guys around, like I said before, I think we will be in an excellent position down here, because then we can destroy these tanks and the core, and then after that we have a pretty clear shot at taking any of those other locations. Up here, they are too heavily defended for now. Can I actually bomb it? No. I still feel like attacking there was pretty good. I should still be able to move these guys, even... Let's get those guys out of here. Sure. That's fine. Actually still quite happy with that result. Again, destroying the core is critical, and now they have the engineers, but they're a lot weaker than anything else, so... At this point, I guess having the HQ there for this turn. Can I switch both of these up? I'd rather have them here then. Alright. Doing pretty good down here, but I think my time is up, so I want to thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And that is lovely. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next episode. So take care and see you there.